those of you who follow my videos, for information about the moon hoax and related subjects, I should apologize in advance, because this is yet to be another one of those videos defending myself against time-wasting and obnoxious trolls. I have given more than enough undeserved attention to this particular troll, so hopefully this will be the last time, although somehow I doubt that. As you know, back in March 2011, I reported 23 videos uploaded by Astrobrant2, and it seems despite the efforts of trolls to swamp their opponents out of the game with sock puppet voting, it seems the majority of YouTube have supported my actions.
Since the vast majority of vote-casting viewers of your videos are semi-literate, misinformed, ill-motivated, immature, wannabe conspiracist stowaways on your ego trip, these results should probably be interpreted as rather dismal.
Since he joined YouTube, Astrobrant2 has contributed nothing but hostility towards the YouTube community. I finally lost all my patience with him in March 2011, when he released 2 videos in which he stole my footage while 1. Falsely accusing me of releasing Luke Coyote San Jose's personal information, and this was long after it was explained to him that Luke had already posted the said information on YouTube and elsewhere, a fact that had been verified by Gone2Plaid. 2. Trying to justify KJK's pasting my face into vaginas and calling my friend's ashes dirt, among other things, and alleging that my actions to have them taken down were fraudulent. 3. Alleging that I am either trying to scam people out of money with my Fly Jarrah to the Moon fundraise, or am stupid for believing that I can raise $200 million within my lifetime.
You lost your patience with me. Like you lost your patience with Kalel Jordan Kent and Luke Coyote San Jose when you feloniously took down 26 of their videos. As if the standards of behavior you set for your opponents in some way rules over U.S. copyright law. Tell us, what does your patience have to do with copyright law? What were your grievances against us in the 3 videos you made in an attempt to justify your actions? They were all personal gripes like these. None of them had to do with copyright. In fact, you are very careful to avoid telling people you filed copyright infringement claims against us. You prefer to use terms like reported and action had to be taken and flagged. I've never once heard you refer to it as filing DMCAs on these people. I wonder why.
And 4. Aggressively threatening me to break my commitment to my fundraise and give the money to some Japanese charity just to prove to him that I was sincerely concerned for my friend KJ during the recent nuclear crisis in Japan.
Aggressively threatening you. A typical example of your emotionally provocative, execrable misrepresentations like cyberbullying and harassment. I'll let viewers judge for themselves from my video that you are referring to. Now back to Fly Jarrah to the Moon. You know perfectly well you will never raise $200 million, and since you are soliciting publicly, the public wants to know what you plan to do with what you've raised. I have a suggestion, an honorable solution. Give all the money you've collected to a tsunami relief fund. Show how sincere you were in making that comment, or if you were just exploiting the misery of the Japanese to cast aspersions on my character when the conversation I was engaged in was purely technical and about the reactors. Go ahead and take out your $50 if you want, but send the remaining $275 to a fund which can provide you with an email receipt that you can show the public in a video. I'm sure the poor gullible people you've fleeced would prefer that to you hanging on to their money for another 500,000 years.
Really had some kind of similar obscene behavior.
Obscene behavior now. Let's add that to Jarrah White's list of gross misrepresentations. Those of you who buy his moon hoax garbage should be getting some idea of Jarrah's standards of accuracy and fairness. You should remember that whenever you watch his videos, for however much longer YouTube will allow him to have an account. Since Jarrah made this video, my account has been reinstated. So I would invite anyone watching this to go and just see any of my videos and see what kind of obscene behavior you can find.
In his response to my 32 questions video, not only did he dodge his way through the majority of my questions, he also photo-manipulated the video of me grieving and announcing Ralph Renee's suicide, pasted my and Ralph's faces into the showdown scene from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly to make it look like Ralph was shot by Clint Eastwood, made a veiled death threat that he'd, quote, feel good by shooting me repeatedly in the arse.
That felt good. Which, again, has exactly what to do with copyright infringement. You made a video primarily asking me 33 questions, which you introduced with this.
You've shot your 31, Astrobrant. Now it's my turn.
That's what gave me the idea for the shootout theme. In the last 2 of my 4 video responses answering your 32 questions, I followed each question and answer with a shootout scene from Clint Eastwood movies. I even numbered the shootouts in the last video to correspond with the question numbers. Now, when you quote someone, you don't start a quote and then add your own words. Well, you might do that, but honest people don't. Here was the whole thing. And the reason you and Renee and Casing think that this crew of 7 fine people were murdered and one whole space shuttle destroyed is so absurd and so insulting, I can't even bring myself to say it into a microphone. That felt good.
Made a veiled death threat that he'd, quote, feel good by shooting me repeatedly in the arse.
For the record, no, Jarrah. I would not feel good repeatedly shooting you in the ass. Not with a .44 anyway. Now, if I had a paintball gun loaded with brown-colored paintballs, that might be a different story. Be sure to watch Part 2, in which we will see Jarrah's history of DMCA and flagging abuse. We'll also see some lies from Jarrah where he actually provides us with the proof that they were lies right in his own video. And I hope you'll enjoy the lesson I give Jarrah on how to fill out copyright infringement forms.
Is a pistol, I'm a son of a gun. Well, dang me, down, take a rope and hang me, high from the highest tree.
That felt good.
Woman, would you weep for me?